our next group is from the MVP class, minimum viable product. Please welcome Star Intern.
Hello everyone, this is Star Intern. We help you start your first internship. This is Elena and Johnny. And first of all, let me ask you guys a question. Please raise your hand if you think it is really hard to get your first internship. Most of us, right? Yeah. It's very hard because we are actually competing with the 40 million college students in China. And do you know what is even worse? That is, we only, for those like Fortune 500 companies that are super popular, and that results in only like 1 out of 1,000 college students can actually get offered. For me, I'm a little bit luckier because I only submit like 500 applications before I get my first intern. So, there is actually a lot of startups that are that are worth billions of dollars, that has high growth potential, but there is currently no platforms that connected them together. Because there are 3 info barriers, students don't know who are they, and how to distinguish the good ones from the bad ones, and where to find those recruitment information, right? So here comes our solution. We want to become a job matching platform through social media that helps you break these 3 barriers. So our solution helps you find your first internship in 3 steps. First, search for keywords. Second, review the startup information. And third, apply for it. So how to review the startups? We will provide those information that includes like everything you need to know about the startups before you decide to join them. Basically, the business scope, the work environment, what are the job openings, about the founders, and also some feedbacks from the previous interns. And with these 3 steps, we provide easier access to a variety of startups and with high efficiency during application process. So why is our solution important? Because we're making a blue ocean move out of all of the current competitors in this job matching market. And we are the only one that's focusing on the early stage startups and the college students, just like us, like every one of you here. So that is how we start with the low expense expansion model. So basically we will do the cold call, like personal selling to the first 100 startups. And then we will gradually expand by using the self-registration, basically to let the startups provide their information and even create their own posts. And we're just responsible for sending them.
After we have 100 startups, we start to charge subscription fee on students. Based on the annual fee, we provide more advanced features, for instance, job referrals and startup rating systems for students with premium users. We grow our freemium members through university campuses, starting from NYU Shanghai. To convert them into paid users, we use 2 kinds of promotion. The first is trial cards, and the second is group buy discounts. Eventually, this is our revenue projection. We are expected to reach a yearly income of 3 million within 5 years. As for the use of proceeds, in the seed round, we are happy to use 10% of our equity in exchange of 100K investment. And this fund will later be used to use photography equipment and sales and marketing. We are Star Intern, and we are here to help you get your first internship. Thank you very much.
Have you done a survey that how many % of the students interested working for startups?
Yeah, we're actually asking for students at NYU Shanghai and also other campuses in Shanghai. And based on the first interview feedback, we found that many of them are not so familiar with what startups to select and how they should get into a good startup that matches their expertise. So the first round of interview results is actually negative to our idea. But then after we provide our demo, those startup info package to them, and we also create a few demos like this to introduce the companies to them. They actually find it really interesting because many of us start our internship by asking our parents to find a Fortune 500 companies for us, but actually doing nothing, just have a title. So that is what we our selling points to those college students. That is to gain some real skills by starting small. Yeah.
Can you go back to your market size estimation?
ma'am.
Yeah. So this is the universe of the college students.
Yes.
How many percent of them you think you will motivate them to become interested working for startups?
I think currently we don't have the exact percentage, but for most of the students that we interviewed, we found out that they are not they're not into finding the startup internship because they lack of the channels and information. After we provide, we believe there will be a increase.
I have two questions. Very interesting ideas, and that's why I have more questions. So the first one is, how do you verify the quality of employers? Do you do this manually, or do you check any kind of indicator whether this is legit? Because some of them, they have really nice office building, but eventually after 3 months they're gone, right? And the second question is, sorry, I missed on that one. So who's actually the paying users? The companies?
Students.
The students.
Yeah.
Would you say that actually these startups, they lack money, right? So they need these unpaid interns. Would you say that they are actually more in need of this service than the students, so you should charge them instead? What would you think?
Yeah, for the first question, I will answer the second question first. Based on our business model, so our main focus is for the first year is to get as many students to involve in our platform on the social media account as possible, and later we try to convert them from the community members to the premium member, so that you can see the yearly income doubles very quickly because of the business model we are trying to use. And for the startups, the charging will be very difficult because it's very challenging for us to trace whether they hire the internship through our channel, and it's hard to verify it with them. So we plan to use this business model.
Yeah, and we think that this vehicle goes because we first gather 100 startups for free. Otherwise, we won't be able to kind of build our startup community that fast. Maybe later we will charge.
One last question.
Yeah, I don't actually think you really answered her question. How do you verify that they're legitimate?
Oh, no, sorry.
How do you verify that they're a legitimate company? How do you know you're not just sending students to
Yeah, the first question,
to
right.
warehouse?
Yeah.
The dean is asking the question.
Yeah.
Very serious question.
Where do my students are going when you send those students?
Yeah, so our first plan is to collaborate with those startup accelerators or venture capitals who will have rounds of investment into those companies. So we will start with those startups that are legitimate, and also we will use official websites like Xichacha in China that to verify the company is still ongoing, haven't been broken, and we will also collect the interns' feedback. And because in this model, we also have a startup rating access system. It's we will collect feedback and constantly verify if this internship experience makes sense to those college students. Yeah.
One thing to add on, so in the post stage, we actually will go to this business and have a real look at how the working environment is. So we are the first layer to identify whether the company is qualified or not.
So Star Intern is raising money, so you are all to fund, and they will be here after to answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.